Under the humid glow of the Javanese morning sun, a small museum tucked between the ancient temples of Yogyakarta opens its doors. The air is thick with incense and thyme, the kind of place where stories don't just live, they breathe. Among the relics and royal swords, a glass box sits unassumingly at the center of a modest exhibit. Inside it, a pair of battered Adidas boots, child-sized, faded from sun and mud. The placard beneath them reads in bold type, "Donated by Lionel Messi, 1997. Visitors often take photos, more out of curiosity than reverence. Why would one of the greatest footballers of all time send a pair of childhood boots to a museum halfway across the world? There's no autograph, no accompanying jersey, no press release. Just those boots. Dirty, worn, loved. The story behind them had never really been told. But to understand it, you have to go back, not just to Rosario, Argentina, where a young Messi first chased a ball barefoot through dust, but to a moment few people even know happened. It was 2004. Messi was 17, still on the fringes of the Barcelona first team, hungry, untested, invisible to most of the world. That summer, the club sent a delegation of youth players on a goodwill trip to Asia, a kind of cultural exchange masked as brand expansion. Jakarta, Bali, Kuala Lumpur, appear, train, smile. It was in a Jakarta children's hospital where it happened. The players were ushered into a cramped ward of terminally ill kids. Cameras clicked, smiles were forced. Messi, ever the quiet one, drifted from the group. He found himself beside a boy named Aditya, 8 years old, leukemia, skin ashen and paper thin. The boy had no idea who Messi was, but he liked that the stranger didn't speak much. They just passed a ball back and forth on the floor, softly, gently, so as not to disturb the IVs. Before leaving, Messi scribbled something on a napkin and tucked it into Aditya's hand. The boy smiled weakly. His father, watching from the corner, would later say that was the first time he'd seen his son laugh in months. Aditya died a week later. The letter, written in broken Spanish-English, was found in the boy's belongings. "I was small too. They said I was too weak. You are strong already. These helped me. Maybe they help someone else." Along with it, tucked in a torn plastic bag, were the boots, his actual training boots from when he was 9. Not replicas, not gifts from a sponsor, the ones he used when everyone told him he was too small to ever make it. The family, stunned and honored, eventually donated the boots to a local museum, unsure what else to do with them. They contacted Barcelona, but no one replied. Years passed. The story faded into obscurity, as so many stories do, until 2018. Messi, now a global icon, was giving a rare long-form interview with an Argentine journalist. Towards the end, asked about the one place in the world he'd want to visit anonymously, he paused. "There's a museum in Indonesia," he said softly, eyes lowering. "They have something of mine. I sent it a long time ago for a boy." No follow-up question came. The moment passed. But for those who'd been to that quiet museum in Yogyakarta, the story suddenly meant something more. The boots weren't just memorabilia. They were a promise, a memory, a whisper from a young man who knew what it meant to be overlooked, to be frail, to be told you're not enough. And perhaps most powerfully, they were a gift not meant for headlines, but for healing.